Tualatin. It is that time again. Time for another Toontastic edition of Tualatin Tiny Tot Toon Time. So let's sing hello like we always do. Goes like this. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now everybody clap your hands, clap your hands, clap your hands. Now everybody clap your hands, come on and clap your hands. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now everybody jog in place, jog in place, jog in place. Now everybody jog in place. Come on and jog in place. Okay, en español. Hola, 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 ¿y cómo estás? Estoy bien, muy bien, y espero que tú también. Now everybody wave hello, wave hello, wave hello. Now everybody wave hello, 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 hello. All right, hello. Welcome to Tiny Tots. This is going to be a fun week because we are going to celebrate digging in the dirt. Yes, we will. We're going to celebrate gardens and worms and things like that. So it should be a really fun Tiny Tots and seasonally appropriate since it's raining and it's time to get out into the garden and start planting some things. So we will stretch out with a song all about stuff that you might plant. We're going to talk about some apples on a tree. And when we're singing the verse about the apples on the tree, what you're going to do is reach up as high as you can and grab those apples from the tree, okay? So you're stretching up high. And then our second verse, we're going to talk about carrots. Now, carrots don't grow up in trees. They grow down in the ground. So we're going to pull them up. So you're going to bend down low and pull the carrots up from the ground. Okay, so we'll start out with apples on the tree, and then we'll do carrots on the ground. Okay, it goes like this. Apples on the tree, apples on the tree, pull them off and eat them up, apples on a tree. Okay, let's try that one more time. So stretch up high. Apples on the tree, apples on the tree, pull them off and eat them up, apples on a tree. Okay, you got a good stretch up. Now it's time to go for that good stretch down for carrots in the ground. Carrots in the ground, carrots in the ground, pull them up and eat them up, carrots in the ground. Okay, let's do that one more time, one more down stretch, okay? Carrots in the ground, carrots in the ground, pull them up and eat them up, carrots in the ground. Nice, all right. All right, since we're celebrating digging in the ground, it seems appropriate to share one of my favorite old school folk songs. It's called Mole in the Ground, and this song was first recorded almost 100 years ago. So your grandparents might know this song. Your great-grandparents might know this song. Your great-great-grandparents, if they're still with us, might know this song. So sing it to them. See if you can learn it. It's all about a mole in the ground and what kind of power he might have. So tell me what you think. We're going to start here. Okay, it goes like this. I wish I was a mole in the ground. I wish I was a mole in the ground. If I was a mole in the ground, I'd root that mountain down. I wish I was a mole in the ground. Okay. So the mole digging around in the ground has the power to tear the whole mountain down. Yeah, so let's not overlook moles. Now, before I sing any other verses, I want to make sure I share. The first time I heard this was by a guy named Pete Seeger, who is one of my heroes. And if you love folk music, please be sure to check out the album Birds, Beasts, Bugs, and Fishes. It is by far my favorite Pete Seeger album, although I probably love them all. Okay, so now the best part about this song. Okay, so I just sang about a mole in the ground, right? You can sing about anything you want in this song. This is a song that invites you to make up goofy verses. So let's make up a few goofy verses of our own. I'd like to sing a verse about a worm. Okay? Let's try a verse about a worm. We're going to be a worm in the dirt. Okay? I wish I was a worm in the dirt. I wish I was a worm in the dirt. If I was a worm in the dirt, I'd never wear a shirt. I wish I was a worm in the dirt. It's kind of fun, right? Okay, what else might we want to be? I would like to be a lizard. Okay, let's be a lizard in a creek. Okay, let's see how that one turns out. I wish I was a lizard in a creek. I wish I was a lizard in a creek. If I was a lizard in a creek, I'd stay there for a week. I wish I was a lizard in a creek. All right, so now it's time for you to try. I'm going to play, and then you say what you wish you want to be. I'll just leave it blank, and you put in whatever you want, okay? I wish I was a... I wish I was a... If I was a... I... I wish I was a... Nice job. Okay, it is time for us to plant our own gardens. Yeah. Well, sort of. We are going to pretend to plant garden unless you happen to have a big pile of dirt and a bunch of seeds in front of you. You can pretend to have a big pile of dirt and a bunch of seeds in front of you. And that's what we will do in the song. In the first verse, we're going to plant our seeds. So pretend like you're putting those seeds in the ground. And in the second verse, the rain will fall down. So you're going to pretend like you're that rain falling down. And then in the third verse, the sun is going to shine brightly. Okay. And then the fourth verse, critical part of garden maintenance, we're going to pull our weeds. You got that? Okay. Fifth verse, the plants will grow up. And then the sixth verse, we're going to harvest our food. So you're going to pick all that food. You're going to pick your tomatoes and your green beans and your pumpkins and get all that food off of those plants. Okay. So we're going to start out by planting our seeds. Okay, remember how to do that. Plant them in the ground. This is the way we plant our seeds, plant our seeds, plant our seeds. This is the way we plant our seeds so early in the morning. Did you get them planted? Okay, now we're going to let the rain fall down. Make yourselves into rain. This is the way the rain falls down, rain falls down, rain falls down. This is the way the rain falls down so early in the morning. All right, you get some rain on there? Now make yourselves into suns. Okay, sun shines bright. This is the way the sun shines bright, sun shines bright, sun shines bright. This is the way the sun shines bright so early in the morning. Nice, okay, now we've been rain and sun. Now it's time for maintenance. Get your weeding gloves on and pull those weeds, okay. This is the way we pull the weeds, pull the weeds, pull the weeds. This is the way we pull the weeds so early in the morning. Nice. Okay, now you've done all that work. It's time for those plants to grow up. Okay. This is the way the plants grow up, plants grow up, plants grow up. This is the way the plants grow up so early in the morning. Okay, last but not least, we're going to pick that food. We're going to harvest our food. This is the way we harvest our food, harvest our food, harvest our food. This is the way we harvest our food so early in the morning. Nice. It's time for my favorite part of Tiny Tots, where I get to share one of my favorite books with you, and I've got a really great one today. But before we do that, let's check in with our bodies, make sure we're ready to listen to a book. So we'll start here. My ears are ready to hear. My eyes are ready to look. My hands I clap, now in my lap. It's time now for a book. And today we are going to do This Delight by Catherine Ayers, illustrated by Nadine Bernard Westcott. It's called Up, Down, and Around. And one thing I would suggest for this book, if you feel like it, you can just listen because it's a delight to listen to. But if you want to, every time I say up, you could stand up. And every time I say down, you could touch the ground. And every time I say around, you could turn around in a circle. And you will be dizzy by the end of this. But it's a very interactive book, so if you want to play around with me, you can have your arms go up and then have your arms go down and then spin your arms around and around. There's a lot of chances to play in this book, so play with me during this one. Again, it's called Up, Down, and Around. And look at that. We start out with some delightful bugs in our garden. And there is our garden right there. This goes like this. In the dirt, we'll dig a row, we'll drop some seeds and watch them grow. Dirt piles up and seeds go down, water splashes around and around. Corn grows up, carrots grow down. Cucumbers climb around and around. Peppers grow up. Potatoes grow down. Pumpkins vine around and around. Broccoli grows up. Beets grow down. Oh, I love beets. Green beans wind around and around. Ooh, there's a fun one. Okra grows up. Have you ever tried okra? Oh, it's really good. Onions grow down. Tomatoes twine around and around. Tomatoes do kind of go wild. Fresh and tasty, get a bunch. Pick some, pull some. Let's have lunch. That looks like a delightfully delicious lunch, doesn't it? So healthy. There's our insects again. That is Up, Down, and Around by Catherine Ayers. It's time for this week's Lit Bit. So this is for the big people. Big people, listen up. So that song, Mole in the Ground, I love that song for many reasons, but my favorite might be it's such a playful song. And so I would suggest for this week's Lit Bit that you take that song or any songs like that and play with your little people. Invent your own verses. Ask them to come up with rhyming words for your verses, like, I wish I was a fox in the woods. And what rhymes with woods? Could, should, maybe that one's not so good. I wish I was a fox in the house. If I was a fox in the house, I'd chase out every mouse. I mean, you can play with that until the cows come home, and your little people will think it's hilarious, and they'll think you're brilliant that you can come up with these rhymes, and it'll help them to start playing with language in that way. And that's going to give them a big boost in terms of being able to decode the language later on when they're sitting down trying to learn it. So play with language, play with fun songs like that, and just be silly. Oh, that was fun. Thank you for joining me in my exploration of all things dirt and garden related. We will now finish with the happiest song on the planet. I bet you know it, so please sing along with me. It goes like this. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, do jazz hands. If you're happy and you know it, do jazz hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do jazz hands. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Okay, best part, all three. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, jazz hands, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, jazz hands, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, jazz hands, hooray! Yay! All right. I will see you next week.